Hey, good afternoon. This is Adriana Cifuentes.
Okay, having sexual education in schools. The purpose of my speech is to persuade my audience to have an informed opinion on why we should have sexual education in schools. As a student, I think we should have sexual education in schools to reduce the amount of abortions, diseases, teen pregnancies, and sexual assaults. Students ask themselves every day in school, do I really need this? How would this benefit on the long term? And am I going to need it later on? It is all they think on when they learn something new and do not see a purpose to it. Sexual education is the instruction of issues relating to human sexuality, including emotional relations and responsibilities, human sexual anatomy, sexual activity, sexual reproduction, age of consent, reproductive health, reproductive rights, safe sex, birth control, and sexual abstinence. Sexual education is a high quality teaching and learning about a broad variety of topics related to sex and sexuality, exploring values and beliefs about those topics and gaining the skills that are needed to navigate relationships and manage one's own sexual health. I found this on Facts About Comprehensive Sex Education. I have done extensive research and find myself with enough knowledge to speak on this controversial topic. High school can be one of the toughest paths in our lives, and it could be due to our bodies, friends, families, teachers, homework, etc. School is where most of where we live our lives. So many of the influences we get are from school. At our age, our bodies change physically and mentally. Most teenagers don't know what to do and they turn to the internet. The internet is available to everyone, but anyone can post something or change the information. Having sexual education will help lead students the right direction, avoiding giving misunderstood information given on the internet. My first point is to reduce health problems. It can help children understand the impact of sex in their lives. Abortions. Unplanned and unwanted pregnancies can lead to abortions. Most of the underage teens have abortions because there isn't enough information provided to them. Abortions can lead to very serious health problems on young women and can even cause death. I got this from Sex Ed Before College Can Prevent Student Experiences of Sexual Assault. Diseases. Solely providing information to adolescents that condoms reduce the risk of contracting STDs may be insufficient to cause an increase in condom use. One problem would be that even if adolescents understand in abstract terms, then condoms protect against STDs and believe that this is of value, they may not feel personally vulnerable to contracting diseases from their sex partners. Thus, interventions that target perceptions of personal vulnerability may be a way of increasing adolescents' motivation to use condoms. I got this from Sexually Active Adolescents and Condoms Change Over 1 Year in Knowledge, Attitudes, and Use. My second point is to reduce problems in the world involving teens. Teen pregnancies. Teen pregnancy and childbearing bring substantial social and economic costs through immediate and long-term impacts on teen parents and their children. Pregnancy and birth are significant contributors to high school dropout rates among girls. Only about 50% of teen mothers receive a high school diploma by 22 years of age, whereas approximately 90% of women who do not give birth during adolescence graduate from high school. The children of teenage mothers are more likely to have lower school achievement and drop out of high school, have more health problems, be incarcerated at some time during adolescence, give birth as a teenager, and face unemployment as a young adult. I found this on About Teen Pregnancy CDC. A peer testimony is that my cousin was really controlled by her strict parents. She was so tired of it that when she turned 18, she decided to party like never before. She had unprotected sex, and later on she discovered she was pregnant. Because of her overprotective parents, she decided to contact a friend and ask for help. Her friend searched it on the internet and taught her how to get an illegal abortion. She was on the edge of dying. She is now an advocate to have sexual education in schools. She learned that if she would have had the information, none of that would have happened. Sexual assault. Students who receive sexuality education, including refusal skills training, before college matriculations are at lower risk of experiencing sexual assault during college. The research found that students who receive formal education about how to say no to sex before age of 18 were less likely to experience penetrative sexual assault in college. Students who receive refusal skills training also receive other forms of sexual education, including instruction about methods of birth control and prevention of sexually transmitted diseases. Students who received abstinence-only instruction did not show significantly reduced experiences of campus sexual assault. I got this from Sex Ed Before College Can Prevent Student Experiences of Sexual Assault. We need to start sexuality education earlier, said John Stadelli, MD, the article's lead author, a pediatrician and professor of population and family health at Columbia. It's time for a life course approach to sexual assault prevention, which means teaching young people before they get to college about healthy and unhealthy sexual relationships, how to say no to unwanted sex, and how to say yes to wanted sexual relationships. This is my expert testimony. In conclusion, research shows that when people have access to comprehensive relationship and sexuality education and health services, they are more likely to delay having sex, have fewer sexual partners, and use condoms or contraception. Now that I have stated the benefits of sex education in schools, I am confident you understand the positive effects on having sex education in schools. Education is the main source of information we get. Thank you.